Hello friend, welcome back. In this tutorial, I will show you how you can generate the native Playwright locators, which are basically like called smart locators as well these days. Here I will show you some complex elements for tables, iFrames, shadow DOM, SVGs. With the help of SelectorsHub, how you can generate for such complex scenarios selectors, locators just in one click. Let's see. And it will be having all those like first, last, nth element, everything. Very simple, straightforward it is. If you haven't installed SelectorsHub, so you can install SelectorsHub from here. I have already installed it, so I will directly show you there. You can see that already 400k plus actively using it, 1.5k star rating. So anyways, let's open any complex page. Here I will show you with the practice page here on SelectorsHub website. So first of all, like how you can use it, SelectorsHub, just click on the logo here. It will open like this. By default, it will come like standard selectors. If you want to generate Playwright, you just click on Playwright logo. So here you can see that it is generating. You can also open SelectorsHub in DevTools, so that's there. Now any element you take, you can use SelectorsHub inspector, inspect the element like this. Simple, it is able to generate the like locators for all these elements, and you can see that all possible locators are here listed. Now you inspect any element here, it will be able to generate the locators for them. You inspect any element, it will have all sorts of element like get by text, get by role, get by placeholder, whatever will be possible out there, like get by role. Here you can see get by text, and it will be like generating the best locators out there, any tool out there in the market. There's no comparison. Then if it will be having more than one element matching, you can have like you have those methods like first, last. So here you see that we have the copy button here. If you want to edit any value, just click on this, it will copy paste here in the input box, and here you can write the first method. So first I will show you this, and you can see that first element is matching, this is the one. If you want to try the last one, hit enter, it will automatically scroll the page and put that element to the viewable area and highlight that. You see that this is the last text box in this page, and if you hover on this, it will highlight with the solid red outline. Okay, so this is how you can use the first and last method. Also you can use the nth method, and here you can pass like 0, so the first matching node, 1. So you can see that this is how you can traverse all the way, like if you want to change. So all these three methods are also supported in SelectorsHub. Now I will show you the table method, locators for table, smart locators for table. So generally like this thing was already there in SelectorsHub. In fact, if you go to standard selectors and you inspect any element like this kind of checkbox, so you will see that they generate a very robust XPath and selectors and everything out there earlier. Now in case of Playwright locators, you just inspect any element here, and you will see how good Playwright locators it used to generate. You don't have to do anything. You see that it used to generate with text, and here you have two types of locators. So basically, because this will be a little complex where it has to traverse all the way to look for some stable text or something which will not be unique in each and every row in the table, so it is picking this username here. So you see that here it has the this Gary White, and then this is the input type checkbox. Here you see that if you don't prefer this dot thing, then it also generates with normalized space here. So whichever is your choice, you can choose and you can use that, like contains dot and everything that is there. And now if you put it there in the input box here, you can see and verify this is highlighted. If you want to change this, like let's say you want XPath for joy root, you can simply change this here, joe dot root, and hit enter. So you see that now this checkbox is highlighted. So this way you can auto generate the XPath and selectors, Playwright locators for the tables, complex table element as well. And these are the smart locators. You don't have to select or do anything extra. Simply inspect the element. That's all you have to do, nothing else. And right there in front of you, the locators will be there. So this way, it very easily you can auto generate the locators for the table elements as well. If any element will be SVG or something, so like for an example, if you hover on this, by default, like without you doing anything extra, just by hover on the element, you will get to know the property of that element. You see that it is telling you, like SelectorsHub inspector already telling you that this is SVG element. Click on this and it will generate the locator for you. So here you can see that page.locator svg.nh0 and all possible locators for this particular element is generated. And here it is also generated with respect to this particular text as well. So you see that little longer locator is there. So this is how you can automatically generate the SVG element locators as well. So I have showed you guys first, last, nth, table and SVG. If you want to edit this or you want to verify, you just put it there. If you also, it will handle errors very nicely. If you make any mistake, it will exactly highlight that this is invalid PW locator, which is Playwright locator, missing one closing parenthesis. So if you will make any mistake, you get the solution right there. It will help you to learn those things. You will not be making any mistake. If you write any sorts of selectors, generate any kind of locators here, make any kind of mistake, it will immediately highlight that what is wrong, what is missing. So you see that it is highlighting that single quote is missing. So you can complete that. So if you will make any mistake, it will highlight that. Very helpful. Now coming to the shadow DOM. If you will have any element which will be inside shadow DOM, so just use SelectorsHub inspector and start hovering on those elements. So like you see that I'm hovering on this. This is a simple element. Simple, simple, simple. This is inside shadow DOM. You see that this username inside shadow DOM. Automatically it is highlighting that this is inside shadow DOM. So you don't have to put any extra effort. Just by hovering on this, you are getting to know. Now you click on this, it will automatically generate the possible locators and everything, and it will give you that complete locator thing along with the shadow DOM host locator included in that. And you know that Playwright automatically handle the shadow DOM thing. You don't have to write a separate script like we have to do it in Selenium. So you can simply copy this piece of line, put it in your code, and then you can perform the action. So like I have copied this code, this piece of line, and let me just put it here in my framework. I have already written a simple code for just to show you guys. Await page.locator, and let's say we just add simple click here and save. So this is one. There are few more options like which you can try, like other locators are also available here. Okay, so in case of shadow DOM, this is the thing. Now let's try to click on this particular element and run the script, see what's happened. So we will run this. 1 second, let me just update the URL as well for the same page. So this is the page we were running. Now let's see, this has opened the page is loading, and it has clicked on that link. You see that it has opened the SelectorsHub YouTube channel. So this was the link it has clicked. So this is how it's very simply you can handle the shadow DOM elements as well with the help of SelectorsHub. You just have to inspect the element, and that's all you have to do. Inspect, copy, paste, and use it. Very easily you can handle. If there will be like more complex scenarios like this, here this is the input box. You simply copy this locator or whichever you prefer that can be more useful for you. Like in case of this, let's say placeholder thing, You can simply copy this, go to your editor, await, paste it, dot, and like let's say we want to enter some value, so either you can use the fill, or let me just first dot click. So this will show us that it has clicked on that input box, enter name. Okay, then let's say dot fill, and we want to enter some value, username, we will enter that, let's say SelectorsHub. Okay, now let us run this and see. For one it will click, let me just comment this click thing, and we'll see this, it will perform click into that input box, and then it will enter the value. Okay, now let's see. So it should perform the click and then enter that SelectorsHub. So you see that it has clicked and entered the SelectorsHub into that Shadow DOM input box. So if there will be like more complex scenarios, it will handle those as well. Now coming back to here, so we have seen this Shadow DOM thing. It will be, if it will be like inside more Shadow DOM element, like two nested Shadow DOM, then also the same way you just copy and use it. How easy it has made you for you guys. SelectorsHub made it a lot more simple. Okay, and again, like if you want to open SelectorsHub in DevTools, so just simply right click, inspect, and open SelectorsHub here in DevTools. So this way also you can use it. If you are a new user, you will find SelectorsHub as a last tab here guys, like this. If you will, let me just close and open DevTools here, you will find Elements tab on the left side, SelectorsHub will be the last tab. So you can drag and drop it to the first position, and then you can use it. And now if you here you will have to use DevTools default inspector. You inspect the element and it will generate. The same way it will work at both the places. Okay. So it's very easy, very straightforward, simple to use. You don't have to do any scroll or any sorts of extra thing. Just simple copy and use it in your script. Very much reliable. Then there are like iframe scenarios as well. If you want to handle iframe or more complex scenarios like Shadow DOM inside iframe, all those things you can do it just same way. Just inspect and you get the complete thing. Like iframe thing. Okay. So let me just show you guys the iframe scenarios as well. So here you have the practice for iframe. So these three iframes, like if I open SelectorsHub here, you just have to inspect like this, and you get the complete thing. You get the iframe locator as well as the locator for that particular element on which you are supposed to perform the action. You inspect any other element, so this way you get the complete locators and everything for iframe as well. And here you see that you inspect, click on this, you can verify. Let me show you some other application, not just on my, let me just say this iframe practice website. Let me just open this. So what we will do, we will copy this, put it in our script, replace this. Okay, I'm just taking this for demo purpose for you guys, so you guys can see that on others application also this works. Now we have to, let's say, enter some value on this input box. Okay, so click on the SelectorsHub logo here, inspect the element. You see that automatically it tells you that this element is inside iframe. You don't have to put any extra effort. Click on this and there you go. You got this page.frame locator single frame dot get by role text. You can simply copy this, come here, paste, fill, and here you can fill the value. Like let's say we put SelectorsHub and done. Now we'll run this code. And you will see that it will open the page and enter the value SelectorsHub there in that field. You can see that it has entered the value. So this is how very simply you can handle the iframe with the help of SelectorsHub. Automatically generate the Playwright locators for iframe with the help of SelectorsHub and immediately fill the value. So easily any element, whether that is inside iframe, iframe inside Shadow DOM, or anything, you will be able to handle with the help of SelectorsHub. If those are nested iframe, multiple shadow DOM, multiple iframe, all things can be done with the help of SelectorsHub. Any sorts of element I have showed you guys, whether it is a table, whether it is a SVG element, whether it's an iframe, shadow DOM, or anything that easily you can handle, whether it is a multiple shadow DOM or multiple iframe. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you guys found this SelectorsHub useful, please do share it with others. Do leave us a review here at Chrome Store. This will really motivate us. And do let me know if any scenario you want me to cover in SelectorsHub or anything missing in the comment section, and we will add that scenario. And do also let me know that which scenario you have easily automated with the help of SelectorsHub for the Playwright in the comment section. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also check out these awesome informative videos and keep watching more videos on SelectorsHub channel. Thank you.